Hello and welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars.
Hey guys, welcome back. Be sure to check out the show notes at the bottom of this recording because I usually have a lot of cute little tidbits along the way, and you also get to follow me on Instagram at Elizabeth Magical Garden. All the information will be down below. Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. I missed you guys. I feel like because I have, I try to make sure I have some pre-recorded videos for you guys, but a lot of times what happens is that I miss talking to you guys. So anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. I pray that everybody is well. I pray that everybody is in great spirits. Guys, I have to say that for me, recording these podcasts is like, I get so much joy from coming and just sharing with you guys from my different perspectives, of course. And I just want to say thank you for your support. So we're not going to ignore the elephant in the room. I took a little time off. I needed a little time just to take off, rebrief, just like purge whatever I was going through. I felt like I was mentally hitting a rock. I do deal with anxiety, not claiming it, but it is something that I do deal with. And with that being said, I feel like because I tend to go hard for a very long time and not give myself any type of room to just heal, just relax. I don't know why I tend to do that. A lot of times I feel like I'm doing really well in that area, and then I don't know, somewhere along the line I hit a wall. And I think that all of us tend to find ourselves in that way. A matter of fact, be sure to subscribe to my vlog channel. It's Elizabeth Magical Garden. I started back doing my weekly vlogs. It's more of a lifestyle in New York, living in New York, living being a 51-year-old, doing her thing, just sharing some of the things that I've been doing, what I'm into, and just me just living across the week. And be sure to check that out. But one of the things that I discussed in that vlog was burnout, especially burnout for women. I just feel like as women, we don't give ourselves enough time to debrief, to recalibrate a lot of things that's going on in our lives, and I feel like because, women have the ability to give life. We're always giving, right? Whether you are a mother or you're not, you have the capability to birth things into this existence. And you can find yourself in a place of depletion. Giving to family, giving to friends, giving to work, just giving and not giving to yourself, because if your cup is empty, you will feel it. So basically, I feel like that's what happened to me. And it kind of was like, I want to say surprising for me, because I was like, well, how did I get here? First of all, I felt like I was doing really well in that area. But I feel like because of anxiety, sometimes it just gets the better of me. I do have some personal things that has been leaning over my head. So that could be one of the reasons why I felt the sting of it creeping up on me. But needless to say, this weekend, I really made sure to just not do anything. I did vlog, but like not push myself too hard. Giving loving on myself. Like I did my nails. I colored my hair, guys, the grays. Now, it's a love-hate situation with these grays. When I see other people, I see other women, they look so good. They look so beautiful. I see women with their gray hair. It's looking vibrant. It's looking sexy. And I just like, when I had locks, I was okay with going through the transition, right? But the color, the demarcation, and having to go through that whole process is depressing. I just can't. And then I'm a Gemini. Like, I get bored. So anyway, I colored my hair. Finally. I've been, I let it go longer than I usually do because I've been playing with different looks. I'm back to wearing my wigs. Not so much weaves, but like my wigs look like weaves, so I'm good with that. But just changing it up, wearing different looks, and allowing myself to express myself the way I want. So this particular weekend, what I did was I colored my hair, I did my nails. Guys, real quick, can we get into the press-on nails? I'm gonna have to take a little sip of my coffee for that one. Guys, so I have stumbled. Now, this is an old thing. Press on nails is not a thing where it's like, oh my God, like you just, one day I just like discovered press on nails. I knew about press on nails for a very long time. Personally, I used to get my acrylic nails, because I wasn't a fan. This is way back. Whoa. I wasn't a fan of the press-on nails, particularly because I just felt like they look really fake. Now, this is a very long time ago. So I would just do the acrylics, go in and get my nails done, be good, and come in for my, every 2 weeks, get them done over, and just keep it pushing. Well, make a long story short, the last time I did, which was over a year ago, I had an incident with one of my nails. Are you kidding me? The whole thing fell off. I don't want to skeeve you out, but I mean, I would say like almost 90% of the nail fell off. Disgusting. Looked crazy, right? So I had to go through the whole process of growing it out, stop getting them done. And over the course of time, I just lost the taste to go back into the nail salon to get my nails done. Now, I want to let you know, be wary of these nail salons. Like, make sure, like, I know, especially living in New York, I live in Brooklyn, so there's a lot of nail salons that, that's what they do. And then you have nail salons where they're much more expensive, but they're much more expensive for a reason. Anyway, just beware, okay? So it was crazy because I've been going to this nail salon for a very long time and never had this situation happen to me the way it did. But anyway, stop going there. And I just like lost the taste of doing my own nails. Even with my own nails, I used to do my own acrylics and stuff like that. But I just got into really taking care of my real nails, sitting down, doing the manicure, doing the whole zhuzh, right? Anyway, but if lately I kind of like wanted a change. I kind of wanted, a little more oomph. And this beautiful young lady that I have came across her channel. It's so funny. I follow her on Instagram because she does a lot of hair reviews. Her name is Always Amira. She put me on to these press-on nails. Now, she didn't put me on. She mentioned them on her channel, and her nails, I didn't even know they were press-on nails until she mentioned it. And when she said the brand that she used, and there are like acrylic, like mimic acrylic nails, girl, I ran to Instagram. I ran to Amazon, put them in my cart, got them. And let me tell you, never looking back. I put those nails on, prepped my nails, did my nails. this is all well within maybe like, I'm gonna say an hour and some change. I feel like the prepping my nails was longer than actually putting the actual nail on my fingers, on my fingertips, my nail beds, whatever you want to say. Love them. Let's just say the press on nail game. Wow. They came through, like I said, it was a long time that I came across some press-on nails. But let me tell you something, baby, I am very simple when it comes to my nails, so these are going to be definitely my go-to. I don't have any problem. I just did them Sunday. I'm recording this is Tuesday, so what, Sunday, Monday, it's only 2 days. I want to see how they hold up. I definitely will let you know. I'm praying for 2 weeks. Okay. I'm praying for 2 weeks for them to be on, because by 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, I'm kind of ready to take them off and let my fingers get a breather and just put on a fresh pair. Anyway, so that's that. With all that being said, the burnout. I find solace in taking care of myself. And it's amazing how we lose track of doing that. When I was doing my nails, when I was doing my hair, when I was taking a weekend off, just taking time for myself, even taking time these last couple of weeks of not uploading a podcast, or just not uploading anything, just getting back to the bases, pouring back into my cup, because you can't give to anybody else if your cup is running on empty. I find that, these things take time, but why do we fall off? What happens that allows ourselves to not give back to ourselves? Why do we find so much care and love to give to others, but not to ourselves? Why do we fall short when it comes to ourselves? So I want to discuss that. One of the things that I am realizing that I feel a lot of women fall short into giving back to themselves and find themselves in the clutches of burnout. I feel like it's a mindset. All our lives, we generally are taught to give to others, even down to when you were a little girl, right? You have your little dolly. For those who played with dolls, I played with dolls, but I never was into Barbie. But anyway, that's a whole nother situation. She was just so skinny. I don't know. Anyway, playing with dolls, playing house. The first thing you are taught to do is to be a mother. You're taught to, take care of, your baby, playing house, doing the things, right? And as you grow up, you hear the commercials, you see the things, everything is about, taking care. Now, on top of taking care, shout out to Women's Lib, being a businesswoman, elevating yourself, being a bad bee, all this other stuff. And I'm like, a woman's femininity is getting lost in the sauce. And one of the easiest way to get back to yourself is to dive into your feminineship. I don't know when I just don't know when it became a curse to be feminine. Like, what happened? And being feminine means different to a lot of people. This is something that I know for me personally, I struggled in tapping into my femininity. I feel like because I worked so hard for so many years, and just being a single person, single woman, living this life and having to make sure everything gets done. I fell short. I fell short for a very long time, and it wasn't until I hit, I'm gonna be honest, like my late 40s, I started realizing how depleted I was. Now, I was doing the quote unquote feminine things, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, and I mentioned that. I'm sure I mentioned that on this platform before. I was doing those things, but I just wasn't giving back to myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just not gifting myself of giving back to who I was meant to be. Yes, I pride myself in being a strong woman, but at the same token, to what detriment? Right? And then we wonder why others are not celebrating us in that way. What are we putting out there that has people, not seeing us in that way? It's something to think about. It's something to think about, because, we can always point the finger. You know what they say? You point the finger, you point one finger, but you have three other fingers pointing right back at you. Ooh. Okay. So I just find that it's always best to look from within when things are not going well in your life. So that was one of the things. And another thing is middle age. Now, shout out to all the young girls. Okay. Shout out to all the young bulls out there. Let me take another guys, I'm still finishing up this coffee. I'm doing good. It's early in the morning and I'm recording this podcast. Ew. Okay. Shout out to all the young girls that's popping and moving and shaking. Okay. I love that for you guys. But for my girls that's starting to feel the aches and pains, for my girls that's getting a little longer in the tooth, you know who I'm talking about, okay? You know what I'm talking about. It's a little different for us. Now, if you hear my little Yorkie in the back, he's in the back. I'm in a designated place, aka my room, and he doesn't like when he's not right attached to the hip. So if you hear him in the background, that's what's going on. But he's good. You know what I'm talking about. Like this whole aging process. Now I'm 51 now, and I have to say that everything that I thought 50 was going to be like, yeah, it's a whole different vibe. I came in gunslinging and roses, self-mastery, and it took me a whole year. It took me a whole year to, how can I say, get used to this aspect. It's so weird. It seemed like as soon, I would say maybe, at least when I really physically noticed it, I would say like maybe like 4 months into me approaching 50, that's when things started really shifting for me. Menopause shift greatly. I would say I felt that maybe like really 48, 49, but like baby, when it was almost time to turn 50, I really felt it. My hormones was going crazy. Everything that I was doing before in terms of like exercise was not working anymore. Started having back issues, just like the things. And outside of those physical things, mentally, I was confronted with my mortality. Like I started thinking about, excuse me, like, boo, you're 50 now? Like, are we guaranteed? Like, another 50 years, So when you think about these things, when you think life in those terms, it has you thinking about a lot of other things, the people that, your loved ones. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to have my mom and such. But, the harsh reality is that, she's getting older. If I'm getting older, she's getting older. Right. And thank God that, we're still vital and doing what we got to do and stuff like that. But the life does present itself differently. And when you reach a certain age and you look back, it can be daunting. And I'm really grateful that for all the things that I have accomplished up until now, but the energy is different. And I say to myself, I have a obligation to my older self to continue the good work that I have done when I was younger. My younger self got me to this level. So now that I'm past the middle age, I'm preparing for my silver years, right? And it's just a real reality, which can lean on how you feel mentally. And what can we do to graciously maneuver and soften the blow? Well, for one, try not to be so hard on yourself. Try not to begrudge the new you. Try not to begrudge the days where you may not show up in your best form. Like even today, I was, putting on my face, something I do every morning. I feel like it's like a ritual at this point. I sit down while I'm having my coffee. I put on something on YouTube and I just get ready for the day. But even today, like I was putting on my makeup. I did a little different routine, didn't like it. And I was just like, ugh, I don't like how my makeup came out today. And I felt myself wanting to get down on myself. And I was like, you know what? No. It is what it is. Today, maybe not so fly. Yesterday I was popping. Yesterday I felt like I was popping. Today, not so much. But that's okay. We have days like that. And this goes for even if you're not, listen, with this life, even if you're not in your 50s, 40s, you will have days where you won't feel your best. Is that to say that everything around you is just like, it's not good? No, it's just a day. And what I will say is lean into it. Lean into that. Do something different. I like to always have things that is going to pique my interest. I was having a conversation with a family member just yesterday, and I was discussing, we were discussing in terms of like, certain things and, things that, can really just drain you. And I find that a lot of people get caught up in like, oh, how much money and this, that, and the third. I find if you always have something creatively that you love to do, create a world for yourself. Create a world within worlds. I create worlds within worlds within worlds within worlds. You already know how I feel in terms of my perspective, in terms of how we can manifest and bring things into our present reality. And I feel like when you use your imagination and you meditate in that way, you're able to tap into different resources in your life that enables you to receive what you need for the day, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to have things that you love to do creatively, whether it's, art, digital work, editing, I don't know, maybe like even playing an instrument, whatever rocks your boat, do it. It's not about being perfect. Listen, I have 2 guitars. Stop playing. Okay. Ask me the last time I played. Okay. But the thing about it is, when I want to play, when I have a hankering to do so, I can. Now, I'm not telling you to go as far as to go spend money and go get a guitar or whatever the situation is. But if you can, do so. Let your freak flag fly. Let your imagination take you where you need to go. I find that, a lot of times things will present itself and pique your interest. Me personally, I feel like it's the different lives that has been lived within yourself. When we get out of these beautiful bodies, I don't feel like our spirits are just like a one-stop shop. I feel like I do believe in reincarnation. I do believe that we have lived many lives. Tell me you have not experienced deja vu. It's been times that I have been in places and I'm like, why I feel like I've been here before. Or an encounter you have had with somebody, you feel like, you know what, why do I feel like I know? Like, why do I feel like we're kindred spirits? Well, and this is just my belief system. I really believe that we have all experienced these lives one time or another. The price is to have amnesia. And I feel like as you get older and you get wiser, just when you're about to, how can I say, remember, that's when it's time to go. Now, this is just my perspective. But anyway, guys, keeping a hand on the pulse, keeping your fingers on a pulse in terms of your mental state, your spiritual state, just realizing and owning up, because we have to take ownership for the things that we do feel, so we can get a hold on it. But just understanding that, hey, you may feel a certain type of way. Try not to ignore it. Try not to allow your physical, mental, emotional state to go but so far away from you. I know there's so many things pulling you from this way, from that way. As soon as we wake up, our attention is being called upon. Take some time. Set some time aside in your calendar. Take some time off. Walk away from the things that is even feeding you for a little bit if you have to. Because again, you can't be any good to anybody else if your cup is not running over. Guys, be sure to check all the links down below. Be sure to subscribe to my vlog channel. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel for this podcast. Yes, we have our own YouTube channel for this podcast. I go live on that channel as well at times, so be sure to check that out so you could be part of the fun. Just turn on the notifications as well. Guys, stay in peace, stay in love, and stay empowered. Peace.
Hey guys, leave a comment and review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there. And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.